I saw a debate in a YouTube posting, and it was about who would win in a fight, Jill or Krauser. And I thought this was a very interesting topic. I mean, it's not a world changing topic. We aren't about to change the course of humanity with this conversation or anything. But I might piss off the whole of humanity. So yeah, let's get into it. Who would win in a fight, Jill or Krauser? Let them marinate in your brain juice for a few seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Jill. Did I piss you off yet? I mean, I was surprised by the amount of people on the post that claimed that Krauser would win in a fight. I read a few of the comments and it seemed as if they all only played the remakes and they kind of did Jill dirty in the remakes, I won't even lie. Mainly because it was kind of a bad remake. Okay, look, there's 3 different versions of Jill we can consider, and I argue all of them have a chance against Krauser. We're assuming Jill has guns, by the way, and whatever else gadgets she has, but I won't include the endgame railgun of Resi 3, just because that would be too OP. And Krauser also has his weapons and stuff. Mostly I'll be focusing on his blade arm version thing, because I feel like Jill can easily solo Krauser if he uses guns, because like, I don't know, I just feel like Jill knows how to handle that better. Alright, first off, there's Jill from Resi 3. Yeah, we're not starting with Resi 1 because I feel like Resi 1 Jill couldn't take down Krauser. So yeah, it's Resi 3 Jill. First thing first, I mean, the first thing we ever learn about Jill, even back in Resi 1 though, is that she isn't a cop, she's a star. She was built to take down bioengineer weapons and entities of mass destruction like Krauser. I mean, he's not bioengineer, but he has that bio shit in him. He's got that dog in him. I make that clear now because people were comparing Leon to Jill and how Leon is supposedly better or something or stronger than Jill. I mean, yeah, he is because Jill's a woman. Bro, Leon and Jill are basically different classes. Leon is just a cop in Resi 2. That was his first day though, so I'll give him that. But Jill has been destroying bioweapons since day 1. Before Leon ever was the sex god he ever became in Resi 2. So Jill has more experience than Leon at handling those kind of enemies. So I'd honestly argue Leon had more plot armor or whatever. Because he was just a normal naive cop who managed to survive Mr. X and take him down. That makes even less sense than Jill, someone built to take down entities like that, taking down the Nemesis in her second game ever. Not her first, I mean, but she did take down the Tyrant, but that's besides the point. He did receive training and whatnot, but it wasn't any sort of anti-bio monster training, you know? Of course, he's still able to handle himself despite not having that training. I mean, the guy is basically an acrobatic super ninja cop. But I'm just saying, it might not feel like it, but Jill knows her shit. She might not be doing useless backflips or anything super acrobatic like that yet. I mean, but she was literally built and has proven herself to be able to take down stuff like Krauser. I mean, she took down the Nemesis, and I would 100% argue that the Nemesis could take down Krauser. Nemesis is like packed with shit. He has a missile launcher and hentai tentacles, and he's like a really strong dude. Notice how you can't even parry the Nemesis with a knife. You have to dodge. I would argue it's not even because Jill is weak, because she's a woman. Nemesis is just that strong. Krauser gets parried 24/7 even with the big ass arm he got by Leon's knife. But one of the biggest disses at Jill I saw was that she couldn't do anything but dodge. And I'm just there thinking like, isn't that the literally the best counter to melee? I mean, aside from parry obviously. Jill is literally a dodging god. At least in Resi 3 she is. That's her whole ass mechanic, the whole reason she's even able to fight against Nemesis. I mean, she's able to literally dodge rockets from a missile launcher in game and in cutscenes. And before you say that's just plot armor or whatever, everybody in Resi has plot armor. Even Krauser does. Chris punches massive boulders out of his way, Jill dodges rockets, Leon outruns massive boulders coming at him, and even Krauser somehow survives a massive island explosion after Leon supposedly killed him. Which, by the way, Ada was the one to take down Krauser in the original, and Ada and Jill are pretty similar in the power scale of Resi. It just happens that Ada has more gadgets and shit, you know? Alright, look, Ada can throw hands in Resi 4, and we never seen Jill throw hands in Resi before Resi 5. I mean, kinda. But yeah, I feel like they're pretty similar either way. And I mean, it makes sense that she's able to, like, you know, fight because, I mean, she can dodge like really good, so there's that. And also because she's a superhuman cop trained to fight super evil residents. So if Ada can take down Krauser, I don't think it's that crazy to think that Jill can. So if Jill already single-handedly took down the Nemesis, and even Ada took down Krauser, yes, although he was weakened I guess or whatever, Resi 3 Jill definitely can. Now let's talk about Revelations Jill. This takes place during the events of Resi 4, and I don't know if the game is canon or whatever, but I do at least have to say that Jill was fighting possibly the second or third strongest villain ever in a Resident Evil game. I mean, that last boss fight, that dude could like teleport and like do shadow clones and stuff. Yet Jill still managed. Yes, she did receive help or whatever, but I mean, still pretty impressive fighting, you know, basically a godlike entity who's able to do shadow clones. And then there's Resi 5 Jill. No contest. Jill is on some freaky shit in this game. She's even more acrobatic than Ada and she can fade. Sure, she was being controlled by Wesker, but even before that she was catching fade with Wesker at the mansion. The guy who doesn't dodge rockets, by the way, he just catches them mid-air. But yeah, even after she got that breast mind controlling implant removed, she still was pretty good at combat. She had some flashy moves in Mercenaries. So yeah, any version of Jill but Resi 1 Jill could take down Krauser. What does Krauser have against Jill? Big ass arm, and that's it to be honest. Sure, he also has training and whatnot, but like, come on. She probably received like way more training than Krauser ever did, or more specialized training. Well, I mean, in the remake, he was apparently Leon's master, which is anime as fuck, but Leon was able to take him down for real then. So at that point, I feel like it's kinda obvious that any version of Jill can take down Krauser. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.